Iran is a land of striking contrasts. Ancient poetry and modern chaos, snow-capped mountains and sun-scorched deserts, tradition and turmoil. Its bazaars still hum with the scent of saffron and the warmth of hospitality, but today, that beauty is shadowed by danger. In March 2026, after the death of the supreme leader and escalating military strikes, daily life is marked by fear and uncertainty. This story isn't about leaders or politics, it's about ordinary Iranians navigating hidden dangers. We'll hear from mothers, students, and shopkeepers, and witness how courage and resilience shape their lives. Through their eyes, we'll explore insurgency in Sistan and Baluchistan, scars of protest in Rasht and Fardis, and the tense vigilance of Tehran, a journey into the shadows and the spirit that endures. Sistan and Baluchistan, Iran's southeastern province, is a world apart, beautiful but fraught with danger. Here, the Baluch minority faces poverty, neglect, and a simmering insurgency fueled by ethnic grievances and cross-border smuggling. Violence is a daily reality. Military checkpoints, drone surveillance, and sudden clashes disrupt even the simplest routines. The government's heavy-handed crackdowns deepen mistrust, leaving locals feeling abandoned. Journalists and aid workers are kept out, so stories of disappearances and violence spread only in whispers. In 2026, new militant factions have made the region even more volatile. For residents, every journey is a gamble, and survival is never guaranteed. The true cost of conflict in Sistan and Baluchistan is psychological. Children grow up with trauma. Adults live with chronic anxiety. Trust is scarce. Fear of informants and government reprisals isolates neighbors. Shopkeepers can't plan for tomorrow, and families grieve in silence, unable to mourn openly. Community bonds are strained, but resilience persists in small acts. Mothers teaching heritage, teachers holding secret classes, elders greeting each day with dignity. Despite relentless hardship, people adapt and endure. Their quiet defiance, preserving culture, supporting each other, keeps hope alive. Even as violence and surveillance threaten to unravel society, the spirit of survival remains unbroken. In Sistan and Baluchistan, endurance itself is an act of resistance. Rasht and Fardis, once peaceful cities, became flashpoints for protest in the mid-2020s. Economic hardship and repression drove people into the streets, only to be met with overwhelming force, tear gas, batons, and bullets. The crackdowns left families mourning, the wounded hiding from authorities, and entire communities traumatized. Makeshift clinics replaced hospitals, and fear silenced public grief. Physical scars have faded, but the trauma lingers. Parents are more protective. Youth carry memories of violence, and conversations are hushed. The cost is generational, a society marked by loss and anxiety. The events are rarely discussed openly, but their impact is felt in every cautious glance and whispered conversation. The legacy of the crackdown is a city forever changed. After the crackdowns, resistance in Rasht and Fardis went underground. Informal networks formed, neighbors shared food, pharmacists hid medicine, and activists spread warnings through encrypted apps. Every act of kindness became defiance, a taxi ride for the fleeing, a loaf of bread for the grieving. Information was power, helping families find the detained and avoid danger. These networks, born in crisis, evolved into long-term support for victims and political prisoners. Solidarity survived where protest could not, rebuilding community bonds in secret. Even as overt dissent faded, the spirit of resistance endured, quiet, persistent, and unbreakable. In whispers and small acts, hope continues to burn. Tehran's dangers are often invisible. Life appears normal, but anxiety runs deep. The The city has seen protests and, recently, airstrikes that shattered any illusion of safety. Residents live with unpredictability, sudden lockdowns, shortages, and the ever-present threat of violence. The state's surveillance is pervasive. Online posts, cafe conversations, even private gatherings are monitored. Self-censorship is routine. A careless word can mean arrest. Foreigners, too, are at risk. Detained as bargaining chips in a tense political climate. For everyone, the rules can change in an instant, and trust is a rare commodity. Tehran is a city holding its breath, waiting for the next crisis. In 2026 Iran, every day is a calculation. What to say, where to go, whom to trust. Students curate their online lives, mothers teach children survival rules, and everyone reads the city for signs of danger. Childhood lessons are replaced by warnings. Avoid crowds, don't repeat adult conversations, stay alert. This constant vigilance is exhausting, breeding isolation and anxiety. Yet people carve out small freedoms, listening to forbidden music, sharing laughter at home, finding solace in art and poetry. Trusted circles become sanctuaries, and creativity becomes resistance. The unpredictability of danger robs people of security, but not of their will to live fully. In the labyrinth of fear, small joys are acts of defiance. Across Iran's embattled provinces and anxious cities, a portrait of resilience emerges. Despite trauma, loss, and relentless danger, ordinary Iranians refuse to be defined by fear. Their courage is found in daily acts, supporting neighbors, preserving culture, and daring to hope. Hospitality, laughter, and creativity persist, even in the darkest times. The ancient spirit of Iran endures, nourishing strength and dignity. The future is uncertain, but the resilience of its people is unwavering. Against all odds, the human spirit continues to hope and to live.